Have you ever noticed how a dull ache between your shoulder blades can ruin your entire day? You shift in your chair, twist your neck, stretch your arms, but the tension doesn't leave. That pain sitting between your scapula and rhomboid muscles feels like a stubborn reminder of hours spent slouched over screens or carrying the weight of stress on your back. What if I told you that in just 5 minutes, you could release that tension, restore comfort, and give your body the gift of relief? Not through complicated routines, not through expensive therapy sessions, but through simple, practical movements anyone can do. The scapula and rhomboid muscles are like the hinges of your posture. When they tighten, everything feels heavy. But when they are stretched and strengthened, your back feels lighter, you're breathing freer, and your energy renewed. The great philosopher once said, the body is the servant of the mind, and if the servant is exhausted, the master suffers too. Let's start with a stretch. Sit tall or stand upright, roll your shoulders back, and imagine drawing your shoulder blades together as if trying to pinch a coin between them. Hold for 5 slow breaths, then release. This simple move activates the rhomboids, reminding them of their true role: support, not strain. Now, cross your right arm over your chest, hold it gently with your left hand, and stretch. Feel the back muscles lengthen, the tension loosening. Switch sides. In just a few seconds, you've opened the doorway to circulation and calm. Next, clasp your hands behind your head and gently push your elbows back as you lift your chest. This not only stretches the scapula area, but teaches your body the posture it craves. Add deep breathing here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Because oxygen is the body's oldest medicine. To strengthen, try wall slides. Stand with your back against a wall, arms bent like goalposts, and slowly slide them upward and down. The movement may feel simple, but it retrains your upper back to carry you with dignity. 5 minutes of this. Stretches, movements, breathing, and suddenly the pain begins to lose its grip. The truth is, consistency matters more than intensity. Small actions, repeated daily, rebuild your back and reshape your posture. So I leave you with this thought. Pain is the body's way of asking for attention, not punishment. Listen to it, respond with care, and give it just 5 minutes a day. Because 5 minutes of relief. Have you ever wondered why the pain between your shoulder blades seems to arrive uninvited, almost as if it knows the exact moment when you are at your weakest? It comes quietly at first. A stiffness, a dull ache. But then it grows louder, pushing into your awareness until you can't ignore it anymore. That is the story of scapula and rhomboid pain for so many people. It doesn't scream at you like an injury. It whispers, slowly draining your energy, your focus, and your peace. And yet, the solution to this discomfort isn't hidden in a complicated system. It is hidden in something so simple, so ordinary, that we often overlook it: movement, breath, and awareness. When you think of your body, you must understand it is not a collection of separate parts, but a network of connections. The rhomboid muscles tucked neatly between your shoulder blades, act like silent guardians of your posture. They pull your scapula back. They stabilize your upper spine. They give structure to the way you carry yourself. But when they are neglected, when hours of slouching, bending, or tension dominate your day, they rebel. The rebellion shows up as pain, tightness, or a burning sensation in the upper back. Let's pause for a moment. How many hours a day do you sit? At a desk, at a computer, hunched over your phone. Most people don't even realize they spend more time sitting than sleeping. And every time your shoulders roll forward and your chest collapses, your rhomboids are stretched and strained, forced to endure a burden they were never designed to carry. This is why exercises matter. Not because they are some trendy routine, but because they restore what you lost in the modern rhythm of life. Think about the last time you saw a child play. Children move naturally. They run, they stretch, they twist, they bend without thinking. Their bodies are free. Contrast that with the way most adults move. Tight, restricted, careful, almost mechanical. Somewhere along the line, we traded freedom of movement for convenience of lifestyle, and now our bodies remind us of that trade with pain. But the good news is, freedom can be reclaimed, and it doesn't take hours. It takes minutes. Let's walk through it slowly. Imagine you are sitting in a chair, your back straight but relaxed. Place your hands on your thighs. Now, inhale deeply, and as you do, roll your shoulders backward in a slow, deliberate circle. Exhale as you release the motion forward. Do this 5 times. With each circle, you are not just moving your shoulders, you are lubricating the joints, activating the blood flow, and telling your muscles that you remember them. Next, lift your arms straight out in front of you. Interlace your fingers and push your palms away from your body, rounding your upper back as you stretch forward. Hold for 5 breaths. This stretches the very area where your rhomboids cling tightly, offering them a gentle invitation to let go. Now, release. Drop your arms to your sides and notice how the tension feels just a little lighter. I want you to think about something important. 5 minutes a day equals 30. 5 minutes a week, more than 2 hours a month, and almost 25 hours a year. Imagine what 25 hours of targeted relief could do for your posture, your comfort, your confidence. 5 minutes a day may feel small in the moment, but when multiplied, it is life-changing. Another exercise, take your right arm, cross it across your chest, and hold it gently with your left hand. You've probably done this stretch before, but I want you to do it differently this time. Instead of rushing through it, pause and feel. Close your eyes if you must. Notice how the stretch begins at the shoulder and spreads like a wave into your back. Breathe into that sensation. Switch sides. Do this twice, and you will notice how much calmer your upper body feels. Let us go deeper. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about a foot away from it. Place your lower back, shoulders, and head gently against the wall. Bend your arms to a 90-degree angle, like a football goalpost, and press them against the wall. Slowly, Slide your arms upward, keeping contact with the wall. Then return to the starting point. This is the wall slide, one of the simplest yet most powerful movements for your scapula and rhomboids. At first, it may feel stiff, and that is normal. But over time, this simple act teaches your body to align properly, to hold itself tall, and to relieve the constant tug of pain. Now let's talk about breathing. Pain is not just physical, it is deeply connected to the mind. When stress floods your life, your muscles tighten instinctively. They guard, they protect, they hold tension. Breathing deeply while exercising tells your nervous system to calm down. It signals to your brain that you are safe, and in return, your muscles soften. So as you move through these exercises, do not hold your breath. Breathe intentionally, slowly, deeply, allowing each inhale to expand your chest and each exhale to release your tension. Many people believe they don't have time. 5 minutes, they say, is too much. But let me ask you, how many minutes do you spend scrolling on your phone, reading endless news, or watching meaningless videos? Time is not the problem. Choice is the problem. When you choose to give 5 minutes to your body, you are not wasting time. You are investing it. And the return on that investment is relief, strength, and health. Remember this: truth pain is a messenger, not a punishment. It arrives to alert you, not to destroy you. Ignoring it is like ignoring the warning light on your car's dashboard. You can pretend it's not there, but eventually the cost will be far greater. By giving attention to these simple movements, you silence the messenger before the message becomes unbearable. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning without that familiar tightness in your back. Imagine sitting at your desk and feeling light, your shoulders open, your spine straight, your breath flowing easily. Imagine ending your day without that nagging ache that used to follow you to bed. That is possible. Not through medication alone, not through expensive therapies, but through the discipline of 5 minutes a day. Consistency is the secret. The body doesn't change overnight, but it does change with repetition. The great book Atomic Habits reminds us that small habits compounded over time produce remarkable results. Think of these 5 minutes as one of those small habits. Today, it's 5 minutes of exercise. Tomorrow, it's 5 minutes again. And over weeks and months, it becomes part of who you are, a person who listens to their body, a person who takes action, a person who chooses relief over regret. There is also something spiritual about this process. Caring for your body is not vanity, it is stewardship. Your body is the only instrument through which you live your life. If it is broken, your spirit suffers. If it is strengthened, your mind sharpens, your energy grows, and your confidence rises. This is why a small act like stretching your scapula and rhomboids is not trivial. It is sacred. So take this seriously. Set aside 5 minutes. Start with the shoulder rolls. Add the arm stretches. Practice the wall slides. Breathe deeply. Pay attention. And when you finish, notice the difference. It may be small at first, but with time, it will grow. You do not need to be an athlete. You do not need to go to the gym. You do not need to buy equipment. You only need to show up, to commit, and to repeat. Relief is within reach. Strength is within reach. Health is within reach. And it begins with you right here, right now. Now let me ask you again, if 5 minutes could free you from pain, would you choose to give them? Or will you keep carrying the weight that was never meant to be yours? The answer is in your hands, and the time is now. Have you ever noticed how pain doesn't just stay in your body? It spreads into your mood, your patience, even the way you treat others. A tight back makes you irritable. A burning ache between your shoulder blades makes you restless. Suddenly, the smallest things annoy you, and you wonder why you can't focus, why you feel drained, why even breathing feels shallow. That is the hidden cost of scapula and rhomboid pain. It is never just about muscles. It is about your entire life. And yet, the cure is not locked away in mystery. It is in something so ordinary, so humble, that most people dismiss it. Movement, breath, awareness. When you understand that, you begin to see exercise not as a chore, but as a rescue. These simple 5 minutes can become your shield against not just pain, but also stress, fatigue, and frustration. Picture this. You've been working for hours at your desk. Your shoulders are rolled forward. Your head tilts slightly down. Your upper back feels heavy, and you shift constantly, searching for relief. Now imagine you stop for a moment. You push your chair back, plant your feet on the floor, and raise your arms straight above your head. Fingers reaching for the ceiling, you inhale deeply. Your chest rises, your spine lengthens, your scapula shifts into place. Hold that for a breath, then exhale as your arms fall. That one simple act resets your posture. One movement, 30 seconds, and suddenly your body feels awake again. This is the power of 5 minutes. It is not about intensity, it is about interruption. Pain thrives on neglect. The more you ignore it, the stronger it grows. But when you interrupt it with stretches and strengthening exercises, you cut its roots before it grows deep. Let me take you deeper into this. Your scapula, your shoulder blade, is like a wing. Think of birds. Their wings are strong yet flexible, built for motion. If a bird's wing were stiff, it could never fly. In the same way, your scapula is designed to move freely across your rib cage, guided by muscles like the rhomboids. But when your lifestyle forces those muscles to stay in one position for too long, they grow stiff. The wing becomes trapped. Pain is the sound of those trapped wings begging for freedom. So the question is, will you give your wings freedom, or will you let them stay bound? Here is a small but powerful exercise. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart. Extend your arms straight out to the sides, palms facing forward. Slowly draw small circles with your arms, forward 10 times, backward 10 times. As you do this, feel your shoulder blades gliding, your rhomboids activating. These small circles remind your muscles how to move. They take only a minute, but the release they bring can last all day. Another movement. Place your hands against a wall at shoulder height. Step back slightly. Now, Push your chest toward the wall while keeping your arms straight, almost like a standing version of a push-up. Hold for 5 seconds, then return. Do this 5 times. What you are doing here is stretching your chest while strengthening your back. A balance that keeps pain away. Now I want you to imagine your future self. Not tomorrow, not next week, but 5 years from now. What do you see? A body that aches every morning, a posture bent from years of neglect? Or do you see yourself standing tall, breathing easily, free from constant discomfort? That vision depends on the choices you make today. 5 minutes a day seems small, but 5 years of 5 minutes builds a future of freedom. I remember reading The Power of Habit, where the author explained that small actions, repeated daily, rewire the brain. They create new grooves, new patterns. Think of these exercises as carving grooves of health into your future. The more you repeat them, the deeper the groove becomes, until one day, your body naturally sits taller, breathes deeper, and moves without pain. But here's the truth: you must overcome the biggest barrier, your own excuses. Excuses say, I don't have time. Excuses say, it's just a little pain, it will go away. Excuses say, I'll start tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. But your body doesn't wait. The pain doesn't pause while you delay. It grows. The only way to silence excuses is with action. 5 minutes. Today, not later. Let's talk about consistency again.